So hi guys, in this video I'm going to be going through some rather interesting cards, trading cards that I collected as a child, and I've got a lot of Batman Returns cards. I'll probably save that for another video. In this video, I am going to be talking about Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park was a massive film when I was a kid, and I don't know if I think I collected these just as the film was coming out, and like every other kid in the early 90s, I was obsessed with dinosaurs. I've got a lot of basketball trading cards as well. But I just want to go through the Jurassic Park ones, and I kind of hope they're all in order. But I decided to make this video just because I love the sound of, well, not that sound, but I love the sound of cards being looked at. I'm not sure if I don't think I had the whole set. But it was a very wonderful time to be a child, and I was obsessed with this film. So, I think other than just being a blockbuster, it really helped children become fascinated with dinosaurs. Because I don't know about kids these days, but I don't know if that wonder is there, if that researching dinosaurs. It was just a massive thing when I was a kid. So I'm just going to go through all these cards, and they're very interesting because they're not the actual shots in the film. Like, there's an on-set photographer that takes these separate shots. That's always interesting. I haven't looked at these cards in many, many years. Just out of I've got a C-3PO card as well. From 1995. When I bought this toy on holiday. I think as a kid, just getting a small toy was like the best thing in the world, and I really miss that kind of wonder and gratitude. I think a lot of people just forget about that stuff, and it's pretty sad. But like, seeing these cards, it's just brought back so many memories, and I hope they're in focus, because I'm using a different camera than usual that's not autofocus. So it kind of tells you what happens in the film, like scene by scene. This was one of the most awesome scenes, when the shadow of the raptor comes in. I always Whenever I see this scene, I get so hungry. Just all that food, it looks absolutely amazing. If you haven't read the original novel by Michael Crichton, it is something to. It's very interesting, and a lot of it diverts. The film is nothing like the book, really. It has a few things in common, mainly the title, but the book just goes into so much more depth into genetically engineering dinosaurs and animals, and the kind of trouble that you can get into with technology. This is really cool. I think when I got these cards, I think I got them after seeing the movie, and I was a bit confused because I could, seeing this film once in the cinema was not enough. And I always thought that I had missed scenes that I couldn't remember happen, and talking about it with your friends afterwards and other people, like I thought I had missed a hell of a lot of scenes from the film. Like I thought that was too big to be a raptor. It was like a T-Rex or something, and that didn't look like Ellie at all. Could even be a stunt double, who knows. But this film still amazes me. It doesn't, like, films now can't even compare to the CGI in this film. It was just incredible. The moment when the T-Rex comes out of the paddock, the CGI just looks so good. It looks so real as well. I've just got incense burning as well, so it's like spraying into my face. Yeah, so these cards, these trading cards, feature images that aren't in the film. So this image wasn't in the film. So there must be some guy on set just running around taking photos. And funnily enough, so the production of Jurassic Park was massive. It was largely shot in Hawaii. I can't remember which island, but I think it's called Kauai or something. They shot a lot of the exteriors on Hawaii, but a massive storm came through, a hurricane, I think, and it destroyed a lot of the sets. So they had to film the T-Rex attack, which they probably would have anyway, in a set. One of the what do they call them? They shot it on the Warner Brothers lot in Los Angeles, and yeah, I've been on that Warner Brothers tour, and that in itself is amazing. Just driving around the back lots and seeing the massive hangars that they've got, the massive sets, which just look like a giant aeroplane hangar, but actually on the side of each building it says like set hangar 17 or something, or studio or something, and it's got all the movies that were shot in these giant set things, and just looking at them and going like, oh my god, Blade Runner was shot here, Casablanca, it's just incredible. Brachiosaur. I got these Gallimimus, Triceratops. I don't know how. So there was 110 cards. I think I got 2 separate trading sets, because this is called Dynamic, and this is, I think, the Topps trading card. I always felt sorry for Gennaro, even though he kind of ran away from the kids. When Malcolm he's running away from the T-Rex, and he leads the T-Rex exactly into the toilet. That's pretty bad. Just felt really sorry for him. He has the most humiliating and gruesome death, but he probably deserved it. So yeah, I just love the cinematography in Jurassic Park. I guess that's why it still stands up today. It's like just very tropical, and I love that kind of stuff. No, that's an awesome shot. Probably my favourite in the film. I think I swapped these with my friends. I don't know if they still do these for films, but I just remember it was a massive thing back in the day. Like whenever my parents would go to the news agency and I'd be with them, and they'd be getting lotto or something, and I'd say, oh, could I get a pack of Jurassic Park cards? And they'd say yes. I think they were like 50 cents to $1, and you'd get like 10 trading cards in them or something. Yeah, I've got so many basketball cards. Probably worth like $100,000 by now, but... So if anyone's interested in taking them, because I certainly don't have them. I just love the smell of the cards. And they're in pretty good condition. I've got so many of them. I always used to think, like, if only I could get a Michael Jordan card, because that was like one of the most rarest cards. Well, he was back in 95, 96, he was like the biggest athlete on the planet, so getting one of his cards was major. So, anyway, so if you like this video, please subscribe. Subscribe, like, share, whatever. But I hope you enjoyed the sound of this and the sound of the cards. Sometimes I forget to whisper, so I'm very sorry about that. I did have a T-Rex card somewhere. There it is. I remember I wanted the T-Rex toy so badly. It's a giant rubber thing, but my parents would never get it for me. So I went in and stole this card from the shop. I opened the toy and got the card, so out of an act of rebellion, I guess. But I used to play with toys so much as a kid. I don't know, I recommend, if I ever have kids, I'm gonna tell them to play with toys, because it fuels the imagination, it helps kids grow and tell stories. It's just an amazing thing, and I used to play with toys all the time. It was just like using your imagination instead of just sitting in front of the TV for 23 hours a day. So I encourage that. But yeah, I've always wanted that T-Rex, and one day I might buy it for myself. So thank you for watching this, and I hope it was interesting for you, and I hope you're a Jurassic Park fan. And I really recommend reading the book, because it is very different from the film, and it's just so interesting. So, and one of the best thrillers ever. So thank you for watching this, and goodbye.